Hello.
Hello. Hi. How are you, ma'am?
I am doing brilliantly. And how about you?
I am good, ma'am.
Well, that's really nice to hear. And your name is Jahirul Islam.
Yeah, ma'am. My name is Zuhurul Islam. I am from Bangladesh.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Jahirul Islam. And my
Nice to
name
meet
is
you, ma'am.
Freya. I'm from New York. And what would you like to practice today in English?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I live in Saudi Arabia and work pharmacy worker. Then English is very necessary and important, ma'am. English is English. All everything is English, such as prescription, medicine. All everything is English. So
Absolutely, yes.
yeah, so I think English. How my English conversation improved my English language, English conversation. Then I think an admittant can believe, ma'am. Today 1 month, Camille, ma'am. I am new student.
I see. Well, I'm sure you noticed your improvements when you're on Cambly because
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
do have to converse.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, it's actually an advantage, and I have visited Saudi Arabia before, and a lot of Saudi Arabians that I met, they are fluent in English.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, at first, Saudi Arabia, a lot of people is is weak in English, but now is very strong. Now everything, all place is very good, ma'am.
That's what I assume because, of course, the ones that I relate with, the ones that I befriended, they're all educated in America, like here in the States.
Yeah, ma'am.
So they speak very good English. But I guess the regular folks, the regular people, not all of them speak good English.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, Saudi Arabia, old man, such as mean 50 years of man, some English who have learn, but the young generation is very good and their mother tongue Arabic, but English is the compulsory subject. But now,
Yes, they also told me that in the universities there, that it's all in English. The medium is English.
yeah, ma'am. Okay, no
And
problem, ma'am. Yeah,
I heard because when I visited there, it wasn't yet open. This was like 5 or 6 years ago, and then they opened it. That means like women can drive. They have concerts and everything. So is it more fun now in Saudi Arabia?
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, that's really nice to hear. And how long have you been working there?
Yeah, ma'am. I am working so pharmacy worker, ma'am.
5 months?
Pharmacy
Yes,
worker. Yeah, four
you're
month, for 4 years, 6 months. Na, now Saudi Arabia.
almost 5 years.
Yeah, ma'am.
I think the advantage in Saudi Arabia because they don't have clubs, they don't have bars. You can save your money.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Saudi Arabia, everything is very good, but my salary is very simple, ma'am. Everything in Saudi Arabia, weather and government and COVID situation is everything is very good, ma'am. But
Yes, I
my
heard. I
yeah
heard.
my worker my salary is very simple, ma'am.
So maybe because of the Saudiization, I heard about that, that they prioritize the Saudi citizens. So maybe when your contract is done, move to a different country, like in Europe or here in America, because it pays more.
Yeah, ma'am. I think I interest and I want to another country move, but to maybe 2 years stay Saudi Arabia. Then 2 years 2 years after I USA or Canada. I see try
Yes,
to
and
try.
In Asia, I heard that in Singapore, because Singapore is more expensive than New York, so they
Yeah,
also pay very well in Singapore.
yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, and especially in a company because they would offer you housing. You don't have to worry about where you're gonna live. They'll pay for that.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, my experience, ma'am, 8 years experience as the pharmaceuticals marketing worker, ma'am. 8 years uh,
Mhm.
worker term, and then I am a bachelor degree finished, ma'am. Bangladesh, Bangladesh. At first, two pharmaceutical, Square Pharmaceutical 5 years, and Popular Pharmaceutical 2 years, 3 years work, marketing work, ma'am.
Yes, or you can even start your own company because you already
Yeah,
have that experience.
Yeah, ma'am. At first as a medicine company, the worker, but then COVID situation and Bangladesh, the huge company, but salary is very simple and another facilities very poor. But I think in another move another country. But Saudi, I think Saudi Arabia is a very good place. Then I go I coming Saudi Arabia, but and then here salary is very simple, ma'am. So
Yes, well, I hope everything would improve because people that I've talked to who worked in Saudi Arabia, they love it because they say
yeah.
that they can save their money and they're taken care of. And I think with the COVID situation, the Saudi government was smarter than the US because they locked down very early.
Yeah, ma'am. Saudi Arabia government is very strong, ma'am. Very
Yes,
strong, and because the COVID situation is a very and quickly the covered and capture quickly, and then now it is very good situation is very good, ma'am.
yeah, that's what I also noticed. When it's governments, example like in Saudi Arabia, it's a feudalistic monarchy, so it's a king.
Mm.
Countries where they have kings, except for England, because England is democratic, the non democratic countries manage the COVID situation very well. But the
Yeah,
democratic countries, it's terrible.
yeah, ma'am.
Because here in New York, we were one of the first hard hit state in all of the US. It's Washington, New York, and LA. In the beginning, this was 2020, it was very scary because every 10 minutes I hear the ambulance, and then people are dying, they can't fit in the hospitals. Nobody knew at that time, nobody knew this disease, it was very new.
Yeah,
And
ma'am.
the WHO, they said that only older people, the elderly, will get affected, younger people, they won't get affected. But when it came here in the States, everyone was affected.
Yeah,
Old
ma'am.
people, young people, children, even animals, like the zoo. In the Bronx Zoo, the the lions and tigers, they got COVID also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very tough situation. But because we are a democratic country, we have our human rights. So if somebody doesn't want to take the vaccine, the government can't do anything.
Then Alhamdulillah, so the government is then quickly vaccination, maybe booster dose 70% complete, ma'am. 30% due, then mungkin after 30%
That's
finish.
right. Well, that's very
Yeah,
good because here in America, New York is very controlled because of our experience with the COVID pandemic. So everyone here, like I already have my booster shot.
yeah, I
And
complete, ma'am, booster dose. Yeah,
yes, but other states, like example in Texas or in Oklahoma, they have local governments. So it's only 20%, 30%.
yeah. This is the problem, ma'am. This is the local government is a problem. Maybe as they attacked, but then the outside go outside, then as everything is attacked. Then this is the very problem, ma'am. Yeah,
That's right, because we are the United States. So that means every state has its own law, has its
yeah,
own
yeah,
local government. And
yeah, ma'am.
uh, because the political situation is very tense, now we have a Democratic president. So some of the Republican senators and congressmen, they don't follow the protocol. There has to be a standard that everybody follows. So the infection rate wouldn't go very high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, ma'am.
really a little scary, but at the
Yeah,
same
ma'am.
time, it's a little strange.
Yeah, ma'am. COVID situation is, ma'am, worldwide. The pandemic situation is very dangerous, ma'am. It's economic dangerous, economic
And
problem, ma'am.
there's new variants like the
Yeah,
Omicron,
ma'am.
and now
Omicron,
the
yeah,
the EHU. There's a new one from France.
yeah. This is the
They
more
said that it's
problem, ma'am.
more dangerous.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So
Everybody, sorry, go ahead, ma'am.
no, I was going to ask you, what are your interests?
Actually, ma'am, I am interested at first interest as a English, learn English, English conversation, English language, English grammatical, anything English. But Second another maybe I was tele movies, English movies. I was YouTube English conversation and another native countries. Yeah, ma'am.
At your work, in your work environment, do people there speak English?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I work pharmacy, but maybe 5% man and woman coming. There are their language English, but 85% man and woman Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah,
I
ma'am.
see. So, do you have any friends who are foreigners that speak natively or fluently?
Yeah, ma'am. Europe, Portugal. I have a friend Portugal, but sometime all time of no telling him, but sometime maybe 1 week or 1 year, one day, bus.
But Portuguese people, is he fluent in English? Because most Portuguese people have a hard time speaking English.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, because their pronunciation from Portuguese to English, it becomes diverted.
Yeah, ma'am. I know, ma'am. Then no native English, no grammatical. But this is the Portuguese English.
Yes, actually, I have a lot of students from Brazil and Portugal because they want to improve their pronunciation. They can't pronounce the, like these three, like
Yeah,
that.
well, mouth is closed. The language is closed. Yeah, ma'am. I know, ma'am.
Yes, and some of them live here in New York. You see, the problem that they have is that they don't mix with Native Americans. Instead, they are in Spanish and Portuguese communities. So they don't practice English and they're in America.
Yeah, ma'am.
So what happens is they go on Cambly so they can practice.
Yeah, ma'am.
But that
Now,
is really the key. It's really just practice. The more you practice, the better you become.
yeah, ma'am. I think the Camel is the best platform, and 1 month finish. But maybe I think maybe and maybe 20% improved my language. Cambly is
Oh,
very good
yeah.
platform, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
and it you will notice it like on a daily basis. You will notice there's your improvements. At the same time, you can watch your videos, and you can see and hear how you talked last month from today.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
you can
actually
compare.
I was a Canadian English movie, UK English movie, USA English movie. That's the very good, ma'am. The English all time English conversation, English talking to. Then vocabulary. What this is the learn very, ma'am.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun to learn a new language because I myself I speak five languages.
Ah, very good, ma'am.
Yes, and one of those languages I also speak Arabic.
Yeah, ma'am. I know Arabic, Hindi, Urdu, and English. English, and I tried, but I see.
I think English is easy because it's a modern language. It's very
Yeah,
different from, like, let's say, Urdu or Hindi. They're older languages. They're like thousands of years old, just like European languages. But when it comes to English, this is the reason why the grammar is very different because it's an evolving language.
yeah, ma'am. Mother tongue. Actually, Bangladesh is a grammatical English pronunciation, but you are mother tongue. Maybe native English is the mother tongue. The mother language, all time mother language. Yeah,
Yes, it's different when we speak casually because casually grammar is not important. The
yeah,
key is idioms, phrasal verbs, and slang. Like example, if I want to say, uh, "What do you call that?" or "What do you call this?" I would say "What you call it."
yeah, ma'am.
You see, but if I am in a professional setting or an academic environment, then I use grammar because that shows my education. It's the same for any language, right? Like educated people talk differently from less educated people.
Yeah, ma'am. At first, and ma'am, English talking is English speaking is afraid, but now is very good, ma'am.
Oh, yes. And by the way, when you're talking to Americans, don't use ma'am or sir because we're casual. If when you say ma'am and sir, it's very formal. It's like from the 1950s. They say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, because even in our, like in the companies, it's always first name basis. Like
Yeah,
the boss, we don't call him sir. We just call him by his name, like Bill, Tom.
yeah. Ma'am,
That's more American.
what do you do, yeah, beside Camely, ma'am?
I'm a musician.
Oh, very good, ma'am. It's very good.
Musician and entrepreneur, but because of the pandemic, of course there's no concerts, there's no festivals, but I do it over social media and platforms like
Ma'am,
YouTube,
ma'am,
TikTok.
your song, YouTube, if YouTube, have you YouTube?
uh, okay, those songs were when I was a teenager. Now I own a company, a music production company, so I have bands that are signed up to my company, to my label.
Oh, no, I say, ma'am, I tell him, I tell I see your song, YouTube.
I would like to share that, but the problem is Cambly. In Cambly, it has to be only English. I can't share my business
Yeah, yeah,
because it's not related to the English practice.
yeah, yeah, ma'am. I know, ma'am.
Yes, before some of my students they would ask me for YouTube videos, and then I got an email from Cambly to told me to stop, or else they will block.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
ma'am.
in their policy. I understand that because uh, the Cambly business is about practicing English. So anything outside of that, it's not part of the agreement.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. I know, ma'am. Yeah,
Yes, and I do like Cambly, especially in this time because I can't really socialize. I don't go out like before. Before I always have parties and socialize, but now most of the time I'm at home. So when I'm on Cambly, I get to talk to people from different places. So it's fun.
yeah, yeah,
It's a good outlet.
yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, how old are you, ma'am?
I'm 30.
Oh, your marriage complete?
Pardon me?
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Uh, baby, have you baby?
No, no children yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
yeah,
We're hoping like maybe after the pandemic because we don't want now. I don't want to
Oh,
go to the hospital
yeah.
when there's COVID.
What do you do, your husband, ma'am?
My husband is a broker and a financial consultant. So
Oh,
for here in the States, we have the market, stock market, and he is also teaching how to invest. And he has a lot of clients, whether it's stocks, forex, and cryptocurrency.
fantastic, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I have I am married complete, but I have two daughters.
Oh,
Bangladesh.
congratulations!
Live in
You must
Bangladesh.
you must miss them a lot.
Yeah, I am 31 years, ma'am.
Oh, we're just only 1 year difference.
Yeah, ma'am.
But you married earlier when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
married
ma'am.
younger.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Maybe 23, 21.
Oh, wow, that's too young. That when I was 21, I can't imagine getting married. No, I have to study first and then party. you know.
Actually, ma'am, the family situation, the family Bangladesh is a family. All parents should the daughter and boy maybe 21, 22 is the marriage complete, ma'am. Finished doing marriage.
Arranged marriage. I'm
Yeah.
also the same. Like ever since I was like 16, it was arranged marriage because of my background. My family, we're Muslim. So they tried to arrange, but for me, no, no way. I'm not going to get married. Until my father said, well, you're smart. You take care of yourself. You choose your guy. And then suddenly, about 4 years ago, that's when I met my husband now.
You're love married, ma'am?
Yes, because I met him through business, and
Ah,
he's not my type. He's from Denmark. He's not
ah,
American. So I thought he wasn't cool. But the more we talk, I realized that our minds are similar. We have similar
yeah,
goals.
yeah, very good, ma'am. One man and maybe person is very good, and the natural, and everything is very good. No problem, ma'am.
Yes, it isn't. I think it's all about timing because when I was younger, of course, my family will introduce me to sons of their friends, and my mind is not yet ready. I am
Ah,
not ready to get married. And I always thought that I don't want to get married. Why should I get married? I make my own money, I'm independent, I'm happy. But when I met my husband after 1 year, I started to realize, why am I talking to this guy? And I would pray. I said, Allah, why am I still talking to this guy? There must be some kind of sign. And after 1 year, that's when I realized we click, like we have the same goal, and spiritually, because he's also Muslim, but his story is different. His father became Muslim 30 years ago. So when he was born, he was still like maybe 2 years old. He was already Muslim.
yeah, very good, ma'am.
Yeah. So we clicked. And then after I got married, everything is really cool. So I was telling myself, why was I afraid to get married before? Now it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it has to be just the right person. If it's not the right person, it will not work.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Actually, character, it is a personality is very good. Everything is very good. No problem. Is a the lifetime. No. I this is the maybe and your one time no way. It is the lifetime. Your life, your personal.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
It's the intention, because of course I know a lot of people, and most people get divorced
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
because
This is very good, not very good, ma'am. And at first you see the character, you all everything you see, then your merit decision. But your quickly decision is not very good.
that's true. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I know people, I know some friends, they got married because of family pressure, like family are telling them to get married, or they got married because uh the guy is rich or the
Yeah,
girl
yeah,
is
ma'am.
rich. So it's the
Yeah.
wrong intention.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, quickly lab marriage, quickly, this is a very dangerous. Maybe person, person character, person ability, person, and third, anything is in knows, that you quickly marriage, got marriage. This is a very the decision is not very good, ma'am.
Yeah, I do agree. It's very important to know the personality first.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you don't know the personality, most people, when they meet you the first time, they try to be their best. So the best way to know how true is this person is how you see them treat their family, treat their friends. If they're nice and kind to their family and friends, that means that is their nature. But if they're yelling and screaming at them, that's their nature. Just go away, leave them alone.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, and of course, mentally, because the your brain has to respect the other
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Yes, because very good to hear. Say, yeah, ma'am. Decision is
Yeah,
very good. At first, your thank is merit. You think uh, you everything is you. No, your father, mother. No, you everything.
yes, that's
Your
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Decision you this is a very good way. Okay, this is not very good. No. Okay. Yeah, ma'am.
That's right. I do agree with that because I have a lot of friends who are divorced and they say, "Oh, because my parents wanted me to get married." But it's your life. It's not their life. You should talk to your parents.
Yeah, ma'am. This is the problem. Is maybe parents force they must be your married this person. Maybe okay, go married complete, but then 2 years, 1 years. This is the some problem is coming problem your house your family. Then the at last the divorce. At the
I
finished
know.
divorce. This is
Uh,
a very good.
I think it's the same anywhere in the world. Here in the States, even in Saudi Arabia, they have arranged marriages. But there's one, I have a student. His mother wants him to get married, but he doesn't talk to the girl. He never saw the girl. And I said, how can you marry someone you didn't talk to? At least talk to them.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
said,
ma'am.
no, it's not in their tribe. They have a different tribe, different culture. And I said, if it doesn't work, you're not going to have a happy life. You have to know the person.
Yeah, ma'am. Same Bangladesh at first, maybe 20, maybe 10, 20 years before, uh, parents' decision. Okay. No decision, daughter, no decision, boy, no decision. Decision, parents, okay. Your person, okay. You're married. Go to married. Go, okay. Then the 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe born to babies. Your is a divorce. So this is the problem, ma'am. But daughter,
Yes, it's sad. It is sad because there's children. And
yeah, yeah,
when children, even though they're still very small, it affects them emotionally
yeah, yeah,
when
affected to
parents
everything is
fight and
yeah,
stuff. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So that's why I think even if it's arranged, that's okay. Important thing is the girl and boy have to talk. They need to talk so they get to know each other.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Actually, now is a very good. Now is a decision. Every uh, maybe every person decision discuss. Then they got married.
Because here in New York, matchmakers are very popular. Like people would pay a matchmaker because everyone is busy, so they can get married. But it also doesn't work. It has to be really compatible. They have to be right for each other.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Actually, you are USA, you are near part. Everybody is is educated. Non-educated, maybe 10 class, 8 class. This is the not illiterate. Illiterate is the problem, ma'am. Educated person, no problem, ma'am.
No,
Educated person
no.
is the
The
decision. Yeah,
problem with, even though they're educated, the problem is the intention. Because
yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah,
them, they just want to
yeah,
get married, get divorced, so they get the money. So it's a different intention. It's not really for marriage.
yeah, 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 ma'am.
So that's why they hire matchmakers, because the matchmaker would make the girl and the man sign a contract that their intention has to be for marriage. And then there's also marriage counseling. They go to a psychiatrist to talk to them to make it work. Because some people, they don't know how to communicate,
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
and it becomes a problem. But I think younger generation, they're more aware. They're more aware because they see it in movies, they see it with maybe their relatives or family, so they know how to choose better.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's how about now? You said in your time, 21, 23, it's normal. But how about now? Like your daughters, what age do you think you will let them get married?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, Bangladesh now Bangladesh is maybe is a government rules. No government rules, but it is the family rules. Maybe daughter old 15, 16, then is they got married.
Ah, okay. No, but for me personally, when I have a child, they have to graduate first and have work experience.
Same,
So,
ma'am. Yeah, same.
yeah.
I am two daughters, but I think and my wife a decision they complete the bachelor degree, complete that, then it got married. No, quickly married. Quickly married is very dangerous. Ma'am,
Yes.
actually, ma'am is a quickly married, the quickly born babies. The babies is a unhealthy, unhealthy. This is the
I
calcium,
agree.
phosphorus,
Yes.
vitamin D. Is this problem, ma'am?
As well, I'm sure that you and your wife discussed it. So, hopefully, your daughters become professionals first before they get married. So
Yeah.
they're in charge of their life.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, time
Yes,
maybe.
yeah, we're running out of time. It was really a pleasure to meet you, Jahirul Islam.
Okay,
So
thank you,
until
ma'am.
next
Thank you.
time, keep on practicing. You did a good job today.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Bye bye.
You're welcome. See ya.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.